Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Shazini Fami reporting for SR Cricket Talks here from the Philippines, which current time is 12 p.m. And we are 30 minutes away from the start of the first test of New Zealand's tour of Sri Lanka 2024, which will composed of two tests. Going into the series, I believe Sri Lanka are firm favorites given that Sri Lanka's preparation building up to this series was much better than New Zealand's, as New Zealand's one match tour of Afghanistan was completely whitewashed with rain with all 5 days. While Sri Lanka had a tough tour of England where we lost the first two matches but came back strongly to win the last one, giving us confidence coming into this tournament, coming into this series. Um, well, as the weather forecast doesn't really seem as positive, with rain predicted for all 5 days of this test match, given that this test match does have a rest day in day four for the Sri Lankan presidential elections. But still, let's say if it's 6 days, all 6 days, there is forecast of rain. So, given rain about and given it's in Gaul, I think it's customary the winning captain will choose to have a bat first. Given there is rain, I think whoever bats first will be looking to accumulate as much runs as they can while there is playable condition to try to force a result out of this. Um, Gaul will typically be a good batting pitch come day one, day two. Late day three, you will see wear and tear. Day four, day five, if it's a typical Gaul pitch, the ball will start spinning square. And I think that's where Prabhat Jayasuriya will really be eager to make his mark, as he really didn't make a mark much in England despite in the first test where he did get spin and he took two brilliant wickets there. He will really be looking forward to this, which will challenge New Zealand, who don't really have a good record against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka, particularly in Gaul, where they still are to win a match, and some of their key players, such as Kane Williamson, don't really have a good average playing in Sri Lanka. But this is not something to just write out New Zealand. We know New Zealand as a team, they are a team that will fight till the end. They have done it all throughout. And the last time New Zealand did come to Sri Lanka for a two-match test series, it was 1-all, with Sri Lanka taking the first test uh, uh, by a record run chase in the fourth inning, thanks to Dimut Khan's brilliant century, which was beat by Pakistan 2 years ago. And New Zealand did win the second test at the Pisara Oval in Colombo. But this time around, both test matches will play in Gaul. So Sri Lanka are firm favorites, and Sri Lanka have made some changes to their squad, which I think was long time coming. Disappointed to see Oshada Fernando not part of the squad. But still, I think it's good to stick with it. So Mendes will bat lower the order, and he will keep. Chandimal will come down to number three, come up to number three, beg your pardon, and Kamindu will also move up the order to number five, which I think could have reversed with Kamindu coming at three, Chandimal coming at four, and Matthews coming at five, giving Matthews and Chandimal their customary positions that they have been playing for since the retirement of Kumar Sangakkara and Maharaja. New Zealand, I think, will stick to a very similar outfit. I think their batting will rely heavily on Kane Williamson and Devon Conway. Team Saudi will have a lot to do with the ball. New Zealand will just be a same old team. Sri Lanka have made some changes. Uh, I think Sri Lanka will be playing two seamers in Lair Kumar and Ashita Fernando, which both of them deserve to play, and both of them could get wickets to you. Even on day four, they might be able to get wickets. And then when we look at spinners, Prabhat Jayasuriya, Ramesh Mendis, Captain Dhananjay Silva can roll his arm if needed. Kamindu can also bowl. So I think Sri Lanka are a well balanced team. They, I think, are more prepared to go into the series than New Zealand, and it will be interesting to see how it goes if rain will allow us to get play. So far, a forecast so far is good. There is no threats of any weather that's going to come in and disrupt the cricket. Forecast seems to be solid, and I was just browsing through Twitter earlier, and it did state that the Gaul was a bit bright and sunny. We are 20 minutes, we are around 18 minutes away from the ball, and as expected, Sri Lanka have won the toss and have elected to bowl first. um so here's the Sri Lankan 11. So that's going to be Dimut, Patum Nisanka, that's given. Chandimal coming at one down, Matthews coming at two, Kamindu coming at three, Dhananjaya, then followed by Kushal Mendis, Ramesh Mendis, Prabhat Jayasuriya, Lahiru Kumar, and Ashit Fernando. New Zealand still haven't named a playing 11, but based on the preview that was given by ESPN Cricket for, New Zealand could field a team consisting of Tom Latham, Devon Conway, Kane Williamson as the top three. And I think New Zealand will rely heavily on those three to do something. Rachin Ravinda coming at number four, Daryl Mitchell at five, Tom Bundle at six, wicket keeping Glenn Phillips at seven, Mitchell Santner, Tim Southey, Matt Henry, Ben Seals, or Rukre. I don't think I pronounced the name right. Beg your pardon for that. And Ajaz Patel at number 11. So similar to how Ramesh Mendis and Prabhat Jayasuri will have a lot to say. For New Zealand, Mitchell Santner and Ajaz Patel will also have a lot to say. Santner has played in Sri Lanka before, so he knows Sri Lanka well. I believe this is the first tour of Ajaz Patel to Sri Lanka. Tim Southey will, of course, he has the most wickets among an active fast bowler against Sri Lanka. 64, but only 19 of those actually came in Sri Lanka. So most of them have come in New Zealand. Tom Latham, Devon Conway, Kane Williamson, and Daryl Phillip. I think Daryl Mitchell will be key. Glenn Phillips can take the game away. If he plays his T20 style innings, he could just take the game away from Sri Lanka. So that's New Zealand's team. It will be interesting how Rachin Ravinda goes about it as well. But New Zealand are a strong outfield. You cannot take them lightly. They will compete in any condition. That is New Zealand cricket. They're similar to Sri Lankan cricket. These two teams haven't had the best of luck at times, but you know we've always fought and we've been consistent teams. Sri Lanka were consistent from 2003 up until 2014. Sri Lanka were a very consistent team, and from 2015 until today, New Zealand are a very consistent team. They've made they won the World Test Championship on its inaugural year. Um, they made the T20. They made the ODI World Cup finals in 2015, 2019. They made the semis in 2023. So they are a very consistent team, similar to what Sri Lanka were from 2003 to 2014. Um, Aside from that, like I said earlier, there is rain predicted for all 5 days, including the rest day. The surface in Gaul, day 4, day 5, will start deteriorating. So, win the toss, batting first becomes a must. Milestones to look after. Lairu Kumar is 4 wickets away from becoming the 8th Sri Lankan to get 100 wickets. Henry Nichols is 24 runs, 27 runs short of 3,000 runs. It will be interesting to see if he plays the first match or not. New Zealand have lost all 4 tests played in Gaul. So again, it's not looking in favor of New Zealand, but they are a team not to rule out. They have a perfect balance of experience and youth, similar to Sri Lanka, and just how they will rely on their experienced batters to come good. Sri Lanka will also be relying on Dimur, Chandimal, and Matthews to put up something significant in this series. In England, it was only Chandimal who really did something significant. Matthews and Dimut rather had mediocre tournaments. So it's up to them to shine. Opening will be key. I think Nisanka will play his aggressive intent cricket. Even here, he's not going to be the type of player that will just hold back and try to play typical Test cricket. So I think he has a Jasuri's mentality. So he will be someone to watch out for. Let's check. I'm just gonna check here if the official squads have been named. And yep, the official squads have been named. So Sri Lanka, yep, it's exactly what the prediction was made. And New Zealand have gone with Tom Latham, Devon Conway, Kane Williamson, Rachin Ravindra, Daryl Mitchell, Tom Bundle, Glenn Phillips, Mitchell Santner, Tim Southey, and Will. We'll just keep it at Will. So that's going to be New Zealand's team. So they will be bowling first. And so far, nothing on the weather. So I think we are expected to start on time, which is just about 14 minutes away from the start. My predictions for this series is I expect Sri Lanka to take it. Sri Lanka should take it. I think 2023 has been a good year overall for Sri Lanka. Year started out with a limited over tour of limited over against Zimbabwe in Sri Lanka, which we won, followed by Afghanistan, which we won, followed by a tour to Bangladesh, which we took the Test and T20. We lost the ODIs. After that, It was the T20 World Cup, which was rather mediocre for Sri Lanka. Then we had the LPL. Then we had a mixed India series. T20 series rather forgettable. The ODIs was historical. Then I would say a decent tour of England as well. So Sri Lanka are still looking pretty in the World Test Championship cycle, and if there is a chance for Sri Lanka to make the knockouts, it is we have to win at home. We have to have a dominant home record, such as India. That's why India have consistently been making the World Test Championship final, and there looks like they'll make it three times on the trot. So I expect Sri Lanka to take it. I don't expect it to be 2-0, but I expect it to be 1-0 with one match ending in a draw. Maybe this match will be the match that might end in the draw given the rain forecast. We still don't know what the second test will hold. Second test will also be in Gaul. We don't know the forecast for the second test, but this test, given the amount of rain it has been forecast, this might end in draw. So I expect Sri Lanka to take the next match, and this won't be the last time Sri Lanka will play New Zealand this year. They will be returning to Sri Lanka somewhere around late October to early November for a limited over stint, and Sri Lanka will be going back to New Zealand late December for uh, limited over tour of three ODIs and three T20s there as well. Um, Aside from that, I expect Prabhat Jayasuriya to be among the wickets again. I expect Kumara and Ashita will be good aid to the spinners. Ramesh is playing after quite a while, so it will be important to see how he goes, and important to see how New Zealand go in general, because this is their first Test match after 7 months. So yeah, they will be rusty. They will be rusty, especially their spinners. They if when New Zealand play at home, they don't really get much of a say. So that's the prediction. That's the prediction. I expect this to be a 1-0 kind of series with Sri Lanka taking it. A 2-0 would be great for Sri Lanka. That would really help our World Chess Championship chances, given that we have South Africa next in South Africa. That's going to be really challenging. But if we can repeat 2019, then that will be great. And then we have Australia in January of next year as well. So we don't want to look too far ahead. We don't even want to be looking too far ahead into the second match. We are 15 minutes, we are 10 minutes, beg your pardon, 10 minutes away from the start of the first test, with Sri Lanka have won the toss and will be batting first. And my prediction: this test match might end in a draw. I'm not sure we'll get much play as well. I might be wrong, but we never know. Weather can be fishy. So let me know what you guys think in the comment. What's going to happen in the first test? Do you agree with my predictions? And let's see. Let's sit back. 10 minutes to go. Let's hope rain doesn't come, and let's enjoy the cricket to show.